So the next thing we need to look at is different work modes. Work modes are essentially workshops in real life. For example, carpenter's workshop, yeah, they make something with the wood, yeah, this is a wood or raw material, or maybe, I don't know, clay or something that we change and make new things. But we do that in different workshops. For example, if you want to make some object, some product, yeah, you take the raw material and you bring it to the modeler's workshop or carpenter's workshop, and you model it, you carve it, you extrude it, and you make something, right? And then you take it to the next workshop. It's maybe painter's workshop. They paint on it and they change something, and then you move to another workshop where they add something to it. And until you bring the product to the finished end, you will be working in different workshops. Yeah, in real life, maybe it's kind of real life alternative, right? But in Blender, you change different work modes right in this 3D viewport here from this drop down menu. Currently we're in object mode, and you press on it, click on it, and you have different work modes. For example, the edit mode. Edit mode is where we work most often. It's modeling workshop. You model something from here, right? You extrude, and maybe you extrude these parts, or let's extrude it like this, and you create some doors or anything. This is your modeling workspace. Yeah. Here you make different things. I went out of it. So you have different instruments here. Edit mode is where you model your things. And the next mode is sculpt mode, where you can sculpt, yeah, where you can make some statues, right? For example, like this, you can add some, I don't know, maybe eyes, some horn or different things, because you have a lot of instruments here, right? This is sculpt mode. You have more than enough instruments to create any sculpture. Next one is the vertex paint mode. It is painting vertices. It sometimes helps with materials, with creating vertex groups and different things, with textures and stuff. And you have a weight painting. It's also creating vertex groups, because we will talk about vertices, polygons, and edges when we go into modeling section. And it creates vertex groups, because vertex groups and then you can make use of these vertex groups to maybe grow something on this part of this object. For example, you can vertex paint, weight paint your model's head, and you grow hair on his head, so that you don't grow any hair on his face, right? The next mode is texture paint mode. It's really useful, and you paint textures directly on this 3D model. It's so cool, it's so creative, and you can create any texture you want, and you can make use of your creative abilities here, right? And there are some modes that can be hidden, and that's only available when you add something to this. For example, there is particle system, right? You can make hair, and there is another mode now, and it's particle edit mode. So sometimes you can have some other modes. Let's remove this particle. Yeah, these are different modes, work modes. But remember, the different work modes depends on the object that you have selected, right? If you select camera, it doesn't show any other modes, because Blender knows that you are not going to sculpt, or maybe you are not going to paint the camera, because the camera is just for rendering stuff, right? It knows that you're going to scale or rotate anything. So or if you choose light, it doesn't show any modes. So it depends on the on the object that you selected. If you select mesh, you have other. So apart from having lots and lots of editors for different purposes, Blender has work modes, workshops where you can create your finished product.